Hello, everybody. This is Elijah Keating from wisdomseekers.net, and today we are doing prophecy with Wisdom Seekers. We are not doing an interactive, maybe on Friday, see how I feel, and if I can twist somebody's arm to come on with me. But today we are doing prophecy. You may ask questions in regards to the prophecies or give us your prophecies. We'd be delighted to hear with your prophecies. But in the meantime, and I'm going to get you to put your hand up, so because I don't know where anybody is on other people's machine. Maddie, say hi.
Hi.
And Maddie does our meditations on Wednesdays at 5 o'clock Pacific time, except this Wednesday.
Every other Wednesday, not every Wednesday.
Yeah, not every Wednesday, but this time it would be on the 6th, not the 5th. Spirit feather.
Hi.
And
I'm a reader, and I do a lot of energy work and intuitive work, and yeah, I'm happy to be here.
And I can only say she's amazing. Well, I know she's amazing. And Sabi. And Sabi.
Hi, I'm the animal communicator for Wisdom Seekers, and kind of trying my hand a little bit at some of the prophecies and stuff. So I'm looking forward to it.
And I've had her prophecies before. She's very accurate. She's actually quite a decent reader in her own right. So if you ever ask a question of her, and I think we should put you on for one written reading.
I'd be willing to do that.
Yeah, because your answers are very good, down to earth and everything. So we do have another reader that does written readings, and that's my daughter Elle. And with you, and if you watch me do the interactives, you already know who she is. And then Maria.
For sure you've heard her.
Yeah. Maria is our resident romantic reader, but she's also excellent in her own right. I value her opinion a great deal. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a little bit of a prayer invocation. I think we'll call it an invocation for the new year, or for this year. And I haven't figured it out. I've been sitting here all day trying to figure out what to say. So we're just going to allow it to happen. And people, if you feel like putting energy into it, please do. All right. So it will be short, by the way. So for this year 2022, I see that the future brings with it joy and happiness, the rosy dawn of a new era, the brilliant light of a new sun, the happiness that comes from inner joy, the love that comes from expressing it to others and receiving it back in equal and larger amounts. I see the world prospering and growing and sharing. I see communications becoming one with us, with the universe, from the grassroots up. We are becoming one in our soul. We are becoming one with the planet, and we are gently and with grace leveling energetically up. So mote it be.
So mote it be.
So it is.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Feel that with a little smudge.
yes, then you can feel your smudges all over. So if you open up your energy, you can feel, say, Maddie's smudging. And
my lavender and cedar bundle.
Yeah. So that must have been a little bit of energy because my nose is itchy.
My heart's fluttering right to my heart.
So I do know that Spirit has done what do you call them? I call them, you call them a special name when you sit down and write. What do you call them?
I call them an auto write, and it's basically channeling energy from the universe or whatever guides come in at the time.
So I thought we'd start with you, so you have plenty of time just to read it and with your questions explain it to people, because Well, having experienced your auto rights, I know they're powerful and I know they're important. Oh, look at that. Hey,
Thank
Skylar
you. So
and Jelly, SLSL. Hello, Mama.
hi guys. So
Maria.
this auto rate, it's funny you should mention like when you did the invocation about returning to the earth and connecting, because that came out in my auto rates. And the energy behind this was so intense and so new that it was almost hard to articulate everything that I was feeling. So what I saw was the feminine reproductive system, the womb, the ovaries. And what this means is 2022, we have been in the womb thus far being created, formed to bring in and birth the new. There was a feeling for 2022 of returning to the sacred earth mother energy. The new energy, core systems within the earth, the center we share within our own hearts. So what I've been feeling has been happening is, yes, we have that new energy system, the new heart coming online within our chakra systems, but the earth itself, the core energies are changing and we're sort of linking up to that. And it's funny because what I was seeing was almost like a motherboard and all the lights coming on and like cables connecting. So it is bringing in that new sacred energy. And with that energy, it is healing, it is nurturing. And I think after the last 2 years we've had, it's going to be very vital for connecting to ourselves and others. And that's what I feel 2022 is going to be. And then they went on to talk a little bit more. And the beings that I was connecting here with is those Stellenium star people that I've talked about. They are the new beings that I think came in December for me, which is really amazing. So more and more earth souls accepting who they truly are, thus more light beings being paired, activated, and new energy anchored on earth in this way of energetic connecting. New remembering of ancient knowledge. So it's ancient knowledge, but it's not. And this is when it's hard for me to sort of articulate what I was feeling, is it's beyond knowledge, but before knowledge. Like it's that pendulum, it's really hard to place, but it is really intense. The gifting is here. We have been gifted the new, and it is now, sorry guys, sometimes I can't read my writing because it's so quick. It is new, now gifted onto you and others through sharing of your sacred hearts. 2022 is raw, vulnerable, and real, but mainly new. It is you. You are 2022. And this is when I got a deep sense of divine seriousness, yet love that stepped in. Like it was so serious, yet so loving and whole that it was all encompassing. And I feel that energy being emulated through us now to help us step into beyond Atlantis, right? A huge impact of deep worldwide connections, a coming alive within our own selves, coming alive to the truth of our hearts, the power of love and rejoicing, because there has been a disconnect within humanity, within our own selves, I've noticed. And it's a return to that, because we're not meant to be so secular. And I feel like the last little while we've almost had to be, to peel away all the trauma, all the negative energy, things that no longer serve us. That is why we go into that hermit mode, right? So that is where we have been, but we're stepping out of that now in 2022. So waking up from the energetic coma with new eyes, no longer blurred. Perception and vision now clearer than it has ever been. Newfound knowledge that always has been, but not seen. They're very cryptic sometimes, but I love it. A great sense of worldwide love, a new kind of love. And this is when that twin energy starts to step in, which is really amazing. Connections coming online that is beyond karmic, beyond soulmate, and beyond twin. And then they gave me the word vindicators. So, and there's different labels and boxes we can put around it, but the energy behind the word they gave me is vindicating the humanity as a collective from the past energy, from where we have been. So what this means is, being one with the experience within true love, within the natural strongest purity by embodying it, experiencing it, and simply holding this energy within and sharing it. So we are vindicating the universe and the earth of old wounds, energy, deepening energy, and love itself. It is a shift occurring now in 2022, the new frequency. So this is a lot, I know, but it was so intense. This can manifest in whirlwind changes, sudden quick changes, timeline shifts, and trajectory changes. Sudden appearances of new connections that your soul recognizes and cannot deny. So that can be friends, it can be soul family, relationships. But because this new type of love is coming in, it's healing itself through connection. There is no space for denial any longer in 2022. Truth, love, and the new is what is in store for all of us in 2022. A continuum of the new chakra system coming online to help anchor and align to the new energy, to help us embody it. This is evolution of energy itself. So that is the new frequency being mirrored within us all. These past few years have been the catalyst to bring us to beyond, to where we are now. Love in all its forms and facets is in store for 2022. So that's what I got. Really intense.
Very good.
Very intense. My scalp is crawling. It's a sure sign the energy was wild.
It's just this new type of energy that I've not come across before. And us embodying it is what's going to bring new earth, because it has to start from within, right?
Yeah.
And we can share it.
Is it new, brand new, or was it here centuries ago with Lemuria?
See, that's why it was hard to place, because it didn't feel new, but new to us. It was before time and beyond time, and that's that pendulum. So it's not new, but it is. It's so hard to explain.
It's new to it's been so long that it's again new.
It's within our memories, within our ancestry, it goes way, way, way back.
Before the breakdown of all the, I guess, programming that we have experienced.
Well, we devolved over the centuries as a human race. We devolved, and so now we are re-evolving back to what we are. So
yes, that's remembering.
all those genetic lines and things will be cleared out, and the energies of the understanding should be clearing up. Okay, my scalp is crawling like crazy.
I think that's why the last 2 years has been so tough, is because it's had to be, so that nothing can snag with this new energy coming in, right? It has to have that open space come into within us.
And also,
Sorry,
we can't take the old with us. That which doesn't vibrate with us, we can't bring it forward. So that's part of the reason it's been tough. And also, unfortunately, we do not grow when life is easy, because why would we change what we're enjoying? So
Very true.
Such a bugger.
I know. but
Can't we grow and just be happy all the time?
well, in some planets they do that, not this one.
I know some of the moments where I grew the most is when I had to allow myself to be angry. Because when we don't allow ourselves to feel the bad stuff, it gets stuck, right? It has to come out. For the longest time, like probably all my life, I didn't allow myself to be angry until this year. And it all just came bubbling up like for 1 month straight, and then it was gone.
Did a really fast job. Whatever you did, whatever energy you just brought in, I can feel my heart opening up.
Yeah, mine's doing a little palpitation.
Yeah. So who's next, Maddie?
I guess
Maddie is.
My prophecy is well, from just everything that I have been listening to with all my meditations and astrology, and everybody giving prophecies for this year, strength is a big one. And that's strength within us and also strength in the collective. I'm not sure if that, I think there's going to be a lot more global death with hurricanes, tornadoes, Mother Nature. And I think that with that, we have to do the collective and come together for more compassion, raising the vibration of love even more.
Yeah, that's that I've been getting that too. It's like there's a divide happening at the moment.
But it doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be a bad strength either. I mean, we have to start finding strength within ourselves, finding our own power to just stand tall and strong in our beliefs. And
The strength card actually in the tarot actually means rising above what we were. So what you're getting is exactly what what Spirit just gave us. We're rising above where we were.
mhm,
And I have to agree, when I looked to the future, when I was checking it out, I got that there is a divide happening, and people who've put the work in, who've done the effort, it's going to be a fairly smooth ride. I mean, we have bumps and ups and downs. That's a given. But generally, it's going to be a smooth ride. But people who've been deniers, they're going to be put into the ringer, right? So they still have this choice to make to move forward, but it will be up to people like us to say, hey, you want a helping hand, we're here.
great.
But we can only offer.
Well, yes, you can only offer so much, and it's up to them to
And
do the work. You can't look to anybody to do that work for you. We can lead you. It's like a horse being led to water, right? We can lead you to water, but we can't make you drink.
And we seem to have a lot more members coming in. We seem to have a lot more people watching on YouTube, checking out the TikTok. I'm not sure about Instagram, but from what Elijah has told me, because I don't do Instagram, but there's a lot more people looking for this type of thing. And I kind of see that as our job to help them understand and work within their powers.
There's
Right.
one
It's
thing
like
too-
we reveal to people the choices that they can. Oops, sorry.
No, go ahead.
It's almost like what we sort of do is make people aware of the choices that they do have. It gives them a new perception of sight, of being beyond the box. It's like we gift the new energy to people, and it's up to them if they take it.
And there's one thing too that I find very fascinating, because I never believed this, but Dolores Cannon, she says there are a lot of people out there who are not real. They're just background people. And I've been getting that information this year too, that there are people who are background people who are meant to be negative disruptors to help the people who are not background people to grow and rise up above themselves. So we are actually,
I think that's kind of like karmic relationships then.
they can be in that karmic relationship. I think that if there's nobody around to play the other part of the karmic relationship, I do believe, yes, they would be background people. So people make a mistake with karmic relationships. They think karma is you do something bad, you get to pay it back in another lifetime, or you get to pay it back in this lifetime. That's not actually what karma is. Karma is
Karma like that.
you learn a lesson. If you learn the lesson, then that karma is finished and you don't have to pay it back. So somebody else who has that same lesson will step in to take that karma over.
But karma is not necessarily bad either. right?
No, karma is, if you go to the Indian language, karma is a negative. You're thinking of dharma, which is more of a part.
I don't know. I was just listening to a video earlier today that said karma is not necessarily a negative thing. It can be a positive. You
Well,
can have built up positive karma.
that's actually dharma. But if you don't know if you haven't followed if you don't know and I don't know it, but I have read these articles, and I know people who are from India. Karma is always negative, but here in the West, we've taken the word and we've switched it and changed the meaning. But in reality, karma, yes, it's not positive, but dharma is. So, but that, we are not, some of us are from India, and understand, and that would make more sense. But a lot of us are from North America or Europe, and even from the Middle East. So we have different viewpoints of what a word means.
Right.
So, but as a general rule, and like I say, the words evolve, because when I was young, gay meant happy.
Mm-hmm.
But
What did I say? Oh, I said something about, I don't know if I should even say this, being a pansy ass. And somebody in the gay community really took offense to that, even though my mindset didn't even go to that. To me, a pansy ass is just like you're a little wuss.
yeah,
You
that's what it's always been, as far as I know. But words change so fast.
Well, I guess the word pansy, right?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I
But
actually haven't
people
heard.
see words so differently
Yeah,
and take different meanings from them.
yeah, and that's the society we're dealing with, that has come down to such a narrow viewpoint to basically squeeze us into growing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's with you look at that, that's actually a positive. So I'm going to call on Sabi now. Tell me, Sabi, before you start, what do the animals have to say?
The animals are going through a really confusing time right now. Mother Earth, who animals are strongly, strongly connected to, and we should be as well, but we've kind of lost that, is changing, and the prospect of things are changing, and the animals are becoming more aligned and more comfortable with what is going on in the universe right now. They're feeling a lot more into their power, even though humans keep trying to take them over. They are coming more into their power. And I see in the future a real joining of animals and humans, maybe not in the context that we think it is, but there is going to be some sort of thing that brings it all together. We'll be working in tune with them. I'm not saying we're all going to have giraffe friends walking down the street. It's a way of thinking. It's a way of life. It's just going to be a more commune-orientated thing. This is going to be way in the future. This is not going to happen in the next year or even 10, probably. It's going to have to advance a long ways. But the animals are already starting to make that turn within nature, and it's coming from Mother Earth core.
We see that with Luna, for instance, Spirit's cat. Every time the energy starts moving, Luna starts acting.
Me and her are so connected. Like, she's my right hand man or lady, I guess. My protector, my warner, my barometer. She just so connected at the heart level. It's really special to have that connection with an animal.
Cats
forehead.
especially are very in tune with energy and psychic ability, and even more so, I think, than most animals. Cats seem to really have that ability. Dogs in turn are more in tune with our emotions and that type of thing. But cats, you see cats staring off at nothing. They're not staring at nothing.
Cats are a little
They're
bit
trying to
more-
go through the mirror.
Yeah.
Aren't
It's a different
cats
dimension.
Sorry, aren't cats a little more spiritual than? Because I know Charlie is always
I don't know that they're more spiritual. They're just
more
more
closer to that veil.
attuned to the energy. Yes. They're more, I guess, closer to that realm. All animals are connected to the realm, but
Well, I do know I've always grown up during my training and everything. Cats and snakes are really highly attuned to energy. That's why cats are called familiars.
yeah.
And if you're in India, you see a lot of snakes on, and I can't remember which type of guru or whatever it was, but they sit and meditate with huge snakes on their back because the energy moves through the snake really beautifully.
Conduits almost.
They are, exactly.
Mhm.
Snake,
Mhm.
especially because it is a straight line.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mind you,
No ropes.
hi Susan, hi Susanna and Linda. What was I going to say? Totally went out of my mind. But yeah,
Conduits. You're talking about conduits.
yeah, because I think the all the animals will help you move to a higher level if you allow them to. And they might not be there particularly, but they have this calming effect.
Mhm.
And
I think it's because they are just embodying unconditional love, right? It's their natural state.
mhm.
It's love. They're more grounded in that frequency. It's really awesome.
So Anjali says it's Lord Shiva with snakes.
That's right.
And I talked to a few people from India about their religion, and it is a fascinating religion. Very, very fascinating. So, did you have more to add for?
Oh yeah, that wasn't, as I had said to Elijah when she invited me to this, I'm like, she goes, maybe you can think about it and write things out. And I'm like, Elijah, I kind of fly by the seat of my pants. So we're just going to do it that way. And then last night I had a dream.
Oh, cool.
That embodied this. It ties in with both spirits and Maddie's. What I see coming up is a very divine feminine energy. And by feminine, I'm not saying woman. That's not what I'm meaning. I'm not meaning women are going to take over. It's just a very feminine, divine energy that is coming in, and it's going to envelop us. And it's going to take a lot of work. We're going to go through, I believe, a lot of things, and especially with Mother Nature, we've beaten up this earth a whole lot, and it's kind of rebelling against us. We are going to be able to overcome these things, but we're going to be way more in tune with nature and way more in tune with growing our own food and living a little more off the land, because if we've learned anything in the last year or two, these systems can fail us that we have now. I also see, as most of you know, I'm very native based in my belief system. And I see us kind of almost going back to that kind of way of thinking, where everything, every branch, every rock, everything has a meaning for being here and has something to create into this whole energy that we're encompassing. It's going to be a big thing. It really is. We're going to, as you have said, we're going to lose some people. We are definitely going to lose some people, but we're going to have a lot more people who have been saying, no, you guys are all crazy, as we've all run into, going, you know what? That kind of makes a lot of sense. It's all going to come to the core. I believe we're going to have a bumpy start here, but I do think that in the end, it is going to be a coming together and a different way of life. My room is getting darker and darker. It was very bright when I first came in here, but now I feel like I'm kind of doing a weird movie.
No, right.
I also see that things that were important to us in the past are not going to be as important. Things like celebrities, things like, not how good this person plays a movie role.
It's like keeping up with the Kardashians.
Well, if you notice this whole thing with the passing of Betty White, there's hardly anybody saying what a great actress she was. She was fantastic. They're talking about her dealings with humanity and animals and the goodness that was in her that she spread out there. Those are the big things that are coming out. And I think that's what we're going to see as a change, is we're going to have a lot more respect and look at, oh, thank you. Hi. Thanks, Skyla. We're going to be looking at those people who are helping us to lead the way into this new way of life that we're going to form, which is going to be a very beautiful way of life, I think. Anyway.
I agree.
Yeah. So that was a great dream.
Yes, that is a great dream.
Wow. Yeah, well, I would say I think already that's starting. As people are more community minded and they're more in tune. I think looking out for your neighbors, checking up more on people, sharing what they have.
Being kind. It's not really all that difficult. It's just being kind.
It doesn't cost you a thing to be kind.
No.
So I want to go back to something you said, and you're talking about the natives believe in everything has life.
Mm-hmm. Energy.
Anthropomorphism, I think it's called. And that is a belief system I've held all my life. I've talked to the trees, I've talked to rocks all my life. And when people say there's only one God, yes, I agree. There's only one God, but we're all part of that one God, and we're individuals within that one God. So yeah, I spend a lot of time talking to plants and rocks and trees. And we have a place here. It's a park. It's called Little Mountain, and it has I think it's a half-mile or quarter-mile walk around through the woods. There was one tree there, and when I went by it, if I didn't stop and say hello, I could hear it get very grumpy with me and tell me what he thought of me. So when nobody was around, I'd go up and give him a hug. And I have been strange. That's what people thought of me for years. Now I'm just getting on the edge of normal for years. So I have done this all my life. And yeah.
I think it's going to be more commonplace to see people hugging trees, though.
I think so, because well, I think it was somebody was telling me, no, it was Nicola, that trees that do something here in North America, they communicate what they're doing to New Zealand or
Australia. They have an underground system.
There is an underground system. Everywhere. I think I was telling you that they all have an underground system, that they're all connected.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. And when one tree feels something, they all feel it.
Yeah. And like magpies or crows, if you do something to a crow for the rest of your life, those crows, wherever you are, or magpies, are going to hate you.
I tried to tell their friends about it. They wouldn't take any of my food.
but if you do nice things to them, they will also spread that around.
Mhm.
So that the communication system, and I've noticed this personally, I've noticed this, that the animals are getting smarter and smarter. And it's kind of scary sometimes how smart they get. So everything you're saying, Sabi, about the animals, I have to agree with you. I do believe that there is a shift and a change.
I think too, for years, humans have thought animals are stupid because for the most part, humans believe they are the highest evolved things anywhere.
Mhm.
And so it's not necessarily that the animals are becoming smarter. I think we're starting to realize that the animals are smarter.
Yeah.
I was also listening to something that was talking about the whales, and apparently we're going to start finding out that the whales hold all of our Akashic records.
Oh yeah, I've heard that's been around for years, that idea that the whales are the keepers of the records. That's pretty cool. Amy says, yes, I talk to the trees as well, especially when I need some divine energy. And that is really good. I ask permission to engage with them first, then they never say no. And that's true. If you go up to a tree and you're low on energy, and of course, everything you ask permission, you put one hand here and one hand here, and you can feel the flow, and it does uplift you. It's pretty awesome. But somebody was telling me, and people tell me a lot of things, and I can't remember who does, but the octopus make the dolphins, who are supposed to be smarter than humans, look dumb.
Octopus are very intelligent.
Yeah, so it's pretty exciting what we're discovering over this last little while. Because we're open to it.
There's a show on Netflix called The Octopus Teacher.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't know if anybody's watched it, but what a good show.
Okay.
It was
A little teary-eyed at the end.
Yeah.
On that, but yeah, it was after my sister watched it. She's like, "Oh my God, I can never eat calamari again."
That's how I felt. Yep, that's how I felt too.
I know. And then I watched another show not long after that octopus are really not nice. They're like the assholes of the ocean.
They can be, but they have this emotional intelligence about them that is like
They
so
do.
profound. Like they have personalities and can form bonds, and
Well,
it's
I
really amazing.
suggest if nobody's
Frozen.
watched that I would suggest watching that documentary because it's
eye-opening.
Yeah, well, it's amazing, and it's a love story between a guy and an octopus, and he watches it every day. He follows it.
Spoiler.
And I'm being told, shut up. Spoiler alert. But it's really a good documentary.
So Camille has a question that's actually apropos. If I tell the tree in front of my house to slow down on the root growth, I wonder if it would. And I suspect if you ask it to move the roots in a different direction, it probably will, if you're very nice to it. But trees
the roots might be trying to protect. I don't know why I felt like it might be trying to encase some protection energy.
Yeah, but the problem is it gets into her systems,
pipes and everything else.
Yeah, that's not a good thing.
Yeah.
Nope.
So and myself, I don't really have anything to add on to what we're hearing today, because you covered it all. Basically, I believe when I woke up on the 1st of January, after my darling daughter gave me a bit of a hangover by spiking my drink.
Yes, it was consensual.
Yeah, she spiked my drink. I was out by 5:30. Basically, and yes, I am laughing about it. It was funny. I woke up on the 1st and I had this sense of joy growing in my heart, and I could feel feel it spiking out, and spiking out is the word. It was like sparks coming up and growing. And I've had since the first, and it's already the third, right? A sense of not wonder, but it is wonder that this year is going to be a very spectacular year for us. And do remember, according to astrology, the old year and the new year are mixing till probably about the 20th of January. Then we will be fully into the new year. This is the year in the Chinese astrology of the tiger. And the tiger, as we know, is a very robust animal, very teeth and claws, but it's a cat. And a cat has moments of activity, then it sleeps. So we will have time of huge activity, and then we will have time to adjust to that activity. And my feeling is that people are waking up, and waking up to the level they're capable of, and that is fine, because it doesn't matter what level you're at, because we're on a spiral. Some of us are beginners and some of us are ancient. We're all equal, but we are waking up and we are doing things that we can to the level we're capable of, and we're going to be very powerful grassroots, and it has to come from the grassroots. There's no other, I cannot see. That doesn't mean there's no other way, but I cannot see another way for us to regain our power, to take back our rights to be individuals. And we're going to do this by simply being who we are.
That's where our strength comes in again, right?
Yep. That's where the strength comes in, because we will be doing this, maybe not loudly and maybe not with a bullhorn, but by just being who we are. And I know my readers on Wisdom Seekers are all very powerful human beings, and they don't go around yelling that they're powerful. They just simply are. And so I watch all these powerful people, and I know that that's what's happening with the world around us. So I'm going to gift everybody who watches this with this tarot card, because it's an awesome tarot card. It's a 9 of Cups, and it is being on cloud 9. But the more important part is, anybody who gets this, and you all are being gifted this, it's the wish card. So make a wish. So, and I can see that, feel that energy rippling out. I'm going to continue. I was going to stop there, but I'm going to continue, because this is something that Spirit and I have been discussing a lot. Each time we do a clearing, each time we get rid of a hook, it's like that from our clearing, there's a ripple effect out to the world. And it doesn't go just 50 feet or 100 feet, it goes out to the entire world. And it creates a shift and a change within each and every one of us. Even though we are the ones that created the change within ourselves, our piece of the puzzle, our piece of the Godhead has created change in all of us. And so the more we clear, the more we become clearer in our knowledge of we are true parts of the Godhead, the stronger we will become, and the more this year will be a wonderful, bountiful year. And as for going back to nature, well, with 4 pieces of chicken thigh is $40, I think we're going to go back to nature, because we don't have a choice. And I think that's done on purpose, so we do not have a choice.
Sorry about that.
Oh, didn't. So Maria says, I don't have any psychic abilities, but I have a strong feeling it's going to be a good year. And you know, Maria, I have to disagree. I know you're going to have a good, I know you have strong psychic abilities, because I don't know how many of us have read for you, but not a single one of us has not picked up that you are a very powerful human being.
I'm gonna say my daughter was just here and she said that she has the same feeling this year as she did in 2020. And she said 2020 was a very good year. Was it 2020?
Yep.
She said 2020 for her was a very good year.
Same here.
And
Tom agrees.
maybe joy is coming back, being allowed more through us all and shared.
I
The
think
last little while has been tough for everyone.
the last little few months have been really hard, but I think that's because we've been preparing for something special. And what is special is that we are returning to ourselves.
Mhm.
So I'm going to, has anybody got anything to say? Tom?
He wants to sit for a minute.
Okay, because I was saying with that, we will,
There, you have a seat there and I'm just gonna move up here.
hey, Tom.
Hi.
This is Tom. He's has a wonderful story to tell, and we are going to have him on, and we're going to grill him.
This I'm looking forward to. That's going to be fantastic.
Not today, but we'll get hold of Tom, and we'll set up a date. And I am looking forward to it too, actually, Tom, because your story is kind of phenomenal.
Phenomenal is a good word for it. I'm a better conversational speaker too. If you asked me to sit down and talk by myself, I'd be struggling to find something to say. But you want to bounce questions off me? Yeah, that sounds great.
We do that. I'm really good at that.
Cool.
That's one of my talents. Okay, so have you got something you wanted to add?
I've been learning a lot for the last year and a half, and one of the things that helped me to frame it scientifically, like I've always come up in my life scientifically and like physically and neurochemically, like I want to know why things are the way they are. And if you ask an astrophysicist right now, like what's happening, they would say, our solar system has entered a new type of radiation emanating from the center of the galaxy. And it's like affecting everything electromagnetically. We've never experienced this type of light before. As a species, we've never experienced this before. It's changing our sun from yellow to white light. The whole, all the frequencies are different now. And it's unlocking. Now, the astrophysicist wouldn't say this, but the esoteric interpretation of it might be something like it's unlocking capacities of the human mind that have been previously either unavailable or offline.
Mhm.
And we're living through an evolution. We're witnessing a human evolution right now.
One of the things that because I know a little bit about this, one of the things that that they do know is when people who are highly evolved go into this light, they evolve more. People who have not bothered to open up, they start to have mental and emotional problems. So yeah.
So you're called to
Girl.
remember your sadhana, find out whatever your daily practices are that bring you closer to your true self. That's what everyone's been asked to do now. And the people who have a head start, who've been living it for decades or just a year and a half, are available to share that knowledge and act as shepherds in a way. Like very much, we are going to be able to see things from a different perspective, and people who are struggling in ways that they don't understand. And we are here to make that a more gentle transition into the most beautiful version of humanity that's ever existed.
We are literally lifting up the earth into a new energy.
Yeah.
And that in itself is just exciting, just to be alive during this time, regardless of what you do and who you are.
It's like the hubris of my soul to decide to come down and do this now. Really? That's who I think I am? Really?
Yeah, it could be.
No, I don't believe that. I'm being
Oh, okay, good. I'm going hubris.
No, this is a noble cause. Like this is the most beautiful thing a being could be a part of. I mean,
Yes, because we have made this decision to come in and support and be part of and to help growth. And I gotta say, it's really exciting. Sometimes not fun, but really exciting.
Yeah, I'll
Consistent.
say it's not fun sometimes, but the energies are definitely out there.
Consistently exciting though. Yeah.
Consistently exciting.
Yeah.
That I can agree with. Spirit, you've got something to say?
I did, but I lost it. Ever changing. I guess I was thinking about the tectonic plates and how everything is just shifting and reformulating at the core level for all of us. And it's funny that Tom mentions like parts of the brain being activated, because was it like a few weeks ago I felt like part of mine, it was like hurting so bad. And when I sat with it and accepted it, it felt like I had told someone that night, like new parts of my brain, it felt like they were coming online. So I thought that was pretty neat.
That's beautiful. One of the most important things I've learned is the importance of resistance, and in all ways, whatever metaphorical interpretation you want to apply to it, resistance shows you an opportunity for growth. Wherever you feel the resistance, and it's like you can go right down to a massage therapist finding a knot in your back, and it's like, okay, we're going to lean into this resistance now. We're going to get through the other side, and you're going to be better for it. And if it's an emotional resistance, people don't like leaning into that resistance. You're actually gonna have to stop now and sit and think and feel. I feel sad. I feel envy. I feel anger. I'm gonna have to see what's on the other side of this. Otherwise, it's just gonna sit in the room of my mind, and that's not gonna work. Now it's a burden.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Letting go of the hooks.
Letting go of the hook.
That's
Push
what
it
I call
through.
the hooks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By that metaphor, I'm just ripping them out then.
So you do realize you can do it a little easier and gentler, right?
No, teach me.
Oh, that would be a pleasure, actually. I have
Gonna put you to work.
yeah, that's true. I'll make you work your butt off. Just ask Maddie, just ask Spirit, just ask Sabi.
Yeah.
Yep, I make you work.
Life has pushed us all.
All right, I'm ready. I mean, I'm
It's
tired.
worth it.
I want to
It's
take a
more than worth
month-long
it.
nap, but yeah, I'm sure it is worth it.
Contrary to popular belief, she's not nice.
That's true. I'm not.
I'll believe it when I see it.
I'm not. I have very little. I have a lot of compassion, but I don't have a lot of caring.
I don't see it.
A lot of people make that mistake. Let me tell you.
But Elijah, you are also someone who, you know what, if you don't want to learn and you don't want to listen,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, you do.
you're not going to waste your time, right?
Yeah.
I'm out the door. Goodbye.
Yeah. It's not worth wasting your time on somebody who's going to bang their head against a rock going, oh, no, don't do that. Right?
And Jenna, thank you very much. Jenna says, my cat and I speak telepathically. And we all know Jenna. And she just said something very sweet. People honestly make a mistake. I am not magical. I'm just a mean old lady.
You're an intelligent, mean old lady who's got some magic in her, just like we all do.
Yep. Anyhow,
You're the meanest lady I ever met.
I'm so happy to have met you now.
anyhow, that's enough. My face is red. We can talk about other people now.
I've got a cat story. Just last night, this new moon, with my my process, these moons have been intense, regularly intense. This new moon, I'm not going to say ravaged. I was feeling it yesterday. I was sleeping late.
Slept all day.
That's it. It's
So did
not
I,
good.
though.
It's not good. But I had a dream last night, and one of my cats from the past. My cats are with my ex now, and the black one came and gave me a big snuggle this morning. So that was
Pretty.
Right there on cue.
Yeah, cats, they're amazing travelers, just amazing. And I like that. So
Well, it's a good thing that he's got his cat coming to visit him, because my cats won't even go near.
Bubba's got no love for me. I'm trying.
Charlie, Bubba, at least you,
Bubba takes some warming up.
oh, but Bubba has let him pet him.
I've got pets, but Charlie's got nothing to do with me. No.
He hides in the closet.
Yeah.
You've got a beard, you know, that might
could
be
be it.
something to do with. So,
Yeah.
do we have any last words? I know that sounds like a funeral, but do we have any words that we want to end with their?
Just everybody breathe, be strong. We're going to get through this and things are going to be beautiful.
Yeah, and reach out.
You know what? Help one another. Live long and prosper.
Yes.
Ask.
And be gentle with yourself.
That's
I think that's going to be important too.
be gentle with yourself. I'm not super good at that. I'm hard on myself, but I also forget a lot of the time to ask my entire self for help too, because there's a whole energetic team around each of us, and if you're not tapping into that, you're doing yourself a disservice. So
Exactly.
remember to ask for help.
Well, we can fix that.
We're always here.
Yeah.
Any
We're-
given one of us will answer you in a heartbeat, no problem.
Uh-huh. And I know from a fact that Maria, Sabi, Spirit Feather, Maddie, they all have a lot of wisdom. And me too, by the way.
I am very wisdomous as well, actually.
Yeah. That's why we call ourselves wisdom seekers, because we,
Wisdomous. I gotta use that word. I kind of like that.
That's Joey from Friends.
Wisdomous.
oh, good word.
I have to clarify though. I meant like I remember when my aunt first told me, and I thought she was religious. She's not. She's spiritual. My aunt Tina. She was like, you have a team of angels, right? And I was like in my early 30s, and I was like literally. She's like, yeah, like literally, like ask your angels for help. And I was like, okay, I'll start playing with that, and it's legit.
You got your answer.
Yeah. Yeah, if you ask sincerely, anybody watching, you ask sincerely.
Oh, sometimes you don't even have to be sincere. They'll take it and run with it.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, ask
Or smack you in the side of the head with it.
Yeah, I think that the angels step in when you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, or I think they step in and change the whole course of your life.
Well, you know that saying,
If need be.
angels step in. So in Mexico, I was there with my 3 young daughters, and most of them were around 10ish, younger and up. And we do things and go places where angels would fear to tread, but we were always safe. So I think we had a lot of support. So
Mexico, very spiritual place to be.
it depends what part of it you go.
Yeah, well, that's true.
But we had friends from all walks of life, and definitely all walks of life, and we were always looked after. Anyhow, so we could keep on talking and talking because this is quite fun. But
I can't sit much longer.
yeah,
I'm
and
used to this.
and we'll lose half our audience if we go past an hour. So we're going to say goodbye now. So I'm going to say my goodbyes, and everybody gets to say goodbye. Namaste. Namasko.
Namaste. Thank you.
Namaste.